Tales to Astonish. Let me tell you, while I still can, how it happened, for I was the man in the anthill. Save me! Somebody save me! Don't let them drag me there. Not, into the anthill. The Man in the Anthill. Living nightmares can begin in many ways. Henry Pym's began with a cry of triumph. It works. I've done it. I've reduced the chair to doll size. Now I only have to apply a few drops of my growth potion, and the chair returns again to its normal size. This is the greatest triumph I have ever known. And while the chair enlarges, Henry Pym's thoughts go back to a science convention several months ago. Bah! You're always wasting our time with your ridiculous theories, but they never work. You should stick to the practical projects. No, I'll work only on things that appeal to my imagination, like my latest invention. Oh? What's that? I won't tell you yet. You would only laugh at me as you've done before. But when I've finished it, I'll show you. Then, you shall know I'm a greater scientist than any of you. And so, Henry Pym spent months alone in his laboratory, working and planning. Soon I'll have my serums perfected. Then I shall be able to change the size of any object. What a boon it will be for mankind. Anything could be reduced in size and shipped for a fraction of the cost. An entire army could be transported in one airplane. Boy, what a weird feeling. Yeah, but there's nothing to worry about. As soon as we reach our destination, the enlarging serum will return us to our normal size again. So at last, the great day has come. My serums are finished. I've tested them on the chair, and they work. Now all that remains is to test them on a living object. On myself. First, I'll take a few drops of the reducing potion. Almost at the instant of contact, the fantastic serum starts to act. It's shrinking me so fast. I can see myself change. I'm becoming smaller and smaller. It's working faster than I expected. Too fast. Frantically, Henry Pym races around the room as fear grips his heart. Finally, before he knows it, he has stumbled through the open door, and... How will I ever get back to normal? I left the antidote on the window ledge. I can never reach it now. Nobody can help me. Nobody, can even hear my small weak voice now. But Henry Pym is wrong. Some ears do hear him. Unfortunately. Suddenly, the frantic man stops shrinking, but he is too panicky to notice it, for at that moment, he sees a nearby anthill. The ants have spotted me. They're attacking! Crawling swiftly and surely over the ground, the menacing insects soon surround the hapless scientist. They're coming closer. No escape. Unless... the anthill. Maybe I can hide in there. It's my only chance. The ants build tunnels and chambers in their hills. If I can just hide in one of them long enough to figure a way out of this nightmare. But as luck would have it, the frightened fugitive comes upon an open shaft, which he doesn't see until it's too late. What? Help! The stuff below. It's honey. The ants store it for food. It's so sticky. I can't get free of it. The more I struggle, the tighter it holds me. And then, an ant. He's seen me. He's crawling toward me. It's incredible. He's trying to pull me out of the honey. He did it. He freed me. And now he's letting me go. He doesn't want to harm me. But suddenly, the remainder of the attacking horde closes in, and as the exhausted human falls back in fear, he sees a matchstick. They must have brought it here when they built this anthill. If only it hasn't gotten too damp. Swiftly, nervously, the desperate man picks up a pebble, hurling it at the sulfuric head of the match. I mustn't miss. I mustn't. With a silent prayer of relief, he sees the pebble strike the match head, igniting it. The fire will keep the ants at bay, long enough for me to use this makeshift lasso. So far, so good. But what's that above me? Oh no! Another ant! Waiting for me! With all its fury, the predatory insect attacks the tiny human. Strong. Too strong for me. But I have one advantage. A human brain, which has learned the art of judo. Up ahead, a path out of this accursed anthill, if I can only manage to reach safety. Long, frenzied, fear-filled minutes later. Made it! And now, there, up on the window ledge is my enlarging serum. The only thing that can return me to normal size. But how am I going to get to it? I can't climb up the wall. It's hopeless. They're almost upon me. I just can't run anymore. Then, just as it all seems utterly hopeless, Henry recognizes one lone form. The ant who saved me before. Maybe he'll do it again. If I point to the window ledge, perhaps he'll sense my meaning. If only he'll understand. And the insect does understand. For a moment later, he begins the grueling crawl up the sheer, steep wall. He's taking me up to the window. I'm going to be saved. Saved. The serum. I'm growing. I'm getting bigger and bigger. I'm normal again. I'm a man again. And now, the first thing I must do is destroy these growth potions. They're far too dangerous to ever be used by any human again. And at the next monthly meeting of the Science Fellowship. So your experiments failed? Yes, you were right. They were just a foolish waste of time. From now on, I'll stick to practical projects. And so, our tale is ended, except for one brief note. Never again did Henry Pym knowingly step upon an anthill, for he knew that somewhere beneath him, unknown and unrecognized, was one little insect, one small ant, to whom he owed his very life. The end. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Bill Carter is an ordinary guy with ordinary problems. At least, up until now. It's Anne's birthday. I'll have to get her a nice present. But what? Maybe I'll find something in this little antique shop. Bracelets, silverware. They're okay, but nothing special. Say, that antique mirror. I'll bet Anne would really go for that. What's the price of the mirror? $20. But I must warn you, the mirror was originally owned by a sorcerer, and it's supposed to be enchanted. Perhaps I could show you something else. Nonsense. My wife really flips over things like that. When she hears the mirror's supposed to be enchanted, she'll love it. Poor Bill. If he only knew the mistake he's making. But it's too late now. And so, it comes to pass. Happy birthday, honey. Oh, Bill! It's gorgeous! I'm mad about it. I'll keep the mirror here in the bedroom. It's perfect for me to dress in front of. Whatever you say, darling. But then, suddenly, without warning, it begins. Bill, I just had the strangest feeling about this mirror, as though it were something evil. The mirror? Evil? What do you mean, honey? I'm not sure. I guess it's just my imagination. Probably paid too much attention to your silly story about it being enchanted by a sorcerer. However, the following evening... We'd better hurry, Anne, or we'll be late for the party. Did you hear me, Anne? Anne, you haven't even started dressing. You've been sitting there for over an hour, just staring at the mirror. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. I guess I must have been daydreaming. I turned to look into the mirror, and the next thing I knew you were calling my name. But the mirror's strange effect on Anne doesn't end there. In the days that follow, she spends more and more time in front of the silent, shimmering glass. And when Bill tries to draw her away, let's go out for a walk. Come on, forget about the mirror. Shut up! Don't tell me what to do! Soon, even her appearance seems to change. From a warm, attractive young bride, Anne becomes remote, sullen. She begins to brood, to grow moody. What's happening to my wife? Slowly, relentlessly, the mirror's effect upon Anne increases. Then, a month later, she starts muttering strange phrases. Yes, yes, it shall be as you command. And then, she begins to practice bizarre rituals, weird incantations, fantastic rites of ancient magic. The spider's web, the serpent's tooth, they snare and pierce and slay all truth. As for Bill, he realizes he is fighting a losing battle. Anne, listen to me, please. Anne, it's useless. It's as though she's in a strange world of her own, under some sort of spell. I can't get to her. What am I going to do? If I go to a psychiatrist, if I tell him what's happened, he wouldn't believe me, and I couldn't blame him. This is too fantastic for anyone to believe. And then, one midnight, the utterly incredible occurs. At last, at long last, he's appearing. It is my master. It is he, the sorcerer who enchanted the mirror. The black magician who holds me in his spell. You have done well thus far. Soon, your task shall be finished, and I shall once again live, once again walk the earth, to menace mortal men. But first, you must make certain that your husband cannot interfere with our plans. You must render him harmless. I shall do as you command, Mystic One. Bill! Bill! Come quickly! What's the matter, Anne? What is it? There was some horrible animal in here. It was slimy and crawling. It went in there. And instinctively, unthinkingly, Bill dashes into the other room. I don't see any... What? My husband is locked in the next room. He cannot stop us now. So, now proceed with the magic ritual. Now, after centuries, shall I live again. Anne! Open the door! Let me out of here! Anne! Oh, dark and foreboding spirits! Release thy malevolent creature! Perfect. Continue. Continue. It's like a nightmare. There's no telling what's going on in there. I've got to do something. Something. The mirror. If only I had destroyed it. If only I still could. Let me out of here! Anne! Anne! In the name of heaven, let me out! I can help you, my darling. Anne! Do you hear me? That pounding on the wall. It's shaking the mirror. It's falling. No. Stop! Stop! With the shattering of the mirror, the sorcerer vanishes, and the fantastic spell ends forever. I feel so strange, as though I've been asleep for a long, long time. But at last I'm awake again. Anne! Unlock the door! Let me out of here! Oh, Bill, I can't remember anything. What happened? Why were you locked in that room? Forget it, honey. It was like an awful dream. But now it's over. All over. But Bill, look at the mirror. The beautiful mirror you bought me. It's all smashed. We'll have 7 years of bad luck. Bad luck? From breaking that mirror? Honey, you don't know how funny that is. I laughed uncontrollably, until Aunt stopped me with a kiss. It was over. The nightmare had ended. The end. Go, go, go! Faster! Faster! My life depends on this race. Look, do I tell you my troubles? The Talking Horse. A typical day in the life of Barney Sloane. The way you bottled me in that last race. I could have got killed, Sloane. So that's your worry. When I race, I don't worry about nobody else. Racing Association. If we catch you mistreating a horse again, we'll bar you from the track. Don't worry. You ain't never gonna catch me again. You owe me $2,000, Sloane. Fork it over. Look, Mike. You gotta give me more time to raise the dough. I'll come through. Honest. I know better than to welch on you. Yes. Barney Sloane, the jockey, was a ruthless, heartless man, and he was in debt to Big Mike Jordan, who was even more ruthless. If I don't come through with the dough soon, Mike'll take it out of my hide. I gotta do something. But what? Then, as fate would have it, Barney was hired to ride a new horse named Silver Streak. Isn't he a beaut, Barney? To me they're all alike. They're all dumb nags. But a few moments later, when Barney was alone with the horse. You shouldn't have said that about me. Said what? That I'm dumb. Hey, what's going on? Who spoke to me? Who's the wise guy? Where are ya? I'm right here. Right there. But... Oh no. It can't be. Not you. But of course it's me. It's impossible. Horses can't talk. Well, I'm not just whistling Dixie. It was utterly fantastic. Barney was too dumbfounded to move. He just stood there gaping, listening to the words coming from the unbelievable equine. Not only can I speak, but I can tell you interesting things. Like, for instance, that I'm gonna win the race tomorrow. You are? Sure. I've seen those other four-legged jokers run, and I can beat them any day of the week. So if you're smart, you'll bet your bankroll on me. You bet I will, pal. This is the first sure tip I've ever had. Man, am I gonna make me a bundle of dough. Imagine getting a tip right from the horse's mouth. Barney rushed to everyone he knew to beg and borrow every cent he could. That's it, chum. Hand it over, or I'll tell the track police about that little pickpocket racket of yours. You're even lower than me, Sloane. He even went to Big Mike Jordan. What? You want to borrow 5 more grand from me? Yeah, Mike. The horse I'm riding tomorrow is a sure winner. If you're smart, you'll bet a chunk of dough on him yourself. Okay, Sloane. Here's the dough. And I'll put 10 G's on your nag also. On your say-so. You won't be sorry, Mike. I guarantee it. And at the start of the race, I got a fortune riding on you, pal. After we win, I'll be in clover. I may even charter me a jet so I can fly off somewhere and not have to pay back all the dough I owe. And they're off. Come on, Blue Boy. Go, Twilight, go! And Angel Face is in the lead. Okay, Silver Streak. Let's go. It's time to move up. Come on, you dumb nag. Now! What are you waiting for? At Barney's command, the horse increases his pace, but it isn't enough to catch up with the lead horses. Faster! Faster! We're falling behind. Move, I tell ya! Move! You said you could beat these other hay burners. Faster! I can't lose the race. I can't. And the winner is Blue Boy! I'm sorry. I thought I could run faster than those other horses. I guess I was wrong. Wrong? You miserable lying nag. You couldn't outrun a lame duck. I'll show you. Put down that crop, Sloane. I saw you try to beat that animal. You won't get another chance to try it, mister. You're through. You. It's all your fault. You did this to me. You and your blasted talking. If I ever hear you talk again, so help me, I'll kill you. Hello, punk. Big Mike. I know you lost a bundle, Mike, but it wasn't my fault. It was that stupid horse. He told me he could beat him. The horse told you, huh? Sure. You've gotta believe me. He's a talking horse. Go ahead, Silver Streak. Say something. Show him you can talk. Come on. Talk. What are you waiting for? Maybe he'd like to sing us a little song instead. If I ever hear you talk again, so help me, I'll kill you. Talk! Say something! Anything! Talk! Blast you! Talk! Okay, Sloane. Cut the comedy. It's time for us to get down to business. And as Big Mike and his boys close in on Barney Sloane, we mustn't blame them too much for doubting our little friend. After all, who would believe in the story of a talking horse? Would you? The end. Dead Planet. Somewhere in the vast, endless universe, we warriors of Kamak must find new worlds to conquer. Each of us with our superpowers is mighty enough to conquer any planet single-handed. For we are the most powerful race in all the galaxies. Let us depart. The universe must be ours. Behold, a planet ripe for conquest. Alert the first of our warriors. Go, Grokor. The planet below is yours. I shall conquer and rule it, in the name of Komak. Of all living beings, only we of Komak can defeat an entire planet single-handed. Look! A giant from another world! His size, his might, they are unbelievable. Hear me, inferior beings. I am Grokor of Komak. I am your master. Helpless before the power of Grokor, a world bows to his rule. The planet is mine. Mine! And soon, all the universe will belong to Komak. Planet after planet is conquered by Komak warriors as the mothership speeds through the galaxy. And none are able to resist the might of the invaders. Only one thing can ever stop us, if we should ever fail to conquer a planet. If any of us fails, the others will return to Komak in disgrace. We would never attack an alien world again. But it cannot happen. We can never fall. We are too powerful. It is your turn, Mopox. We have found a planet for you. Good. I crave a battle. I will crush the inhabitants if they dare resist me. None in the universe are as mighty as the Komaks. And I, Mopox, am mightiest of all. My blood tingles at the thought of battle. But what is this? The world is barren. Deserted. Impossible. My detector registers life, and our instruments never fail. Show yourselves, cowards! I shall find you sooner or later. No matter where I fly, I can see nothing. Where are they hiding? They can't cheat me in my conquest. They can't. Still, my detector registers intelligent life on this world. But what if it is only my own life which it records? It will be years before the mothership returns. I must find something alive. Someone to battle with. To conquer. I cannot remain here alone. We Komaks can defeat anyone. Anything. But the one enemy we have never fought is loneliness. The hours turn into days. The days become weeks. The weeks change to months. What will become of me? What will I do year after year? Alone, on a silent, barren world. And the months stretch on and on and on. Until this is not a fitting end for the mightiest warrior in all the universe. But a Komak cannot live without battle, without conquest. He cannot live. And so, Mopox, mightiest of the Komaks, perishes. But strangely, the detector still registers life. It is done! We have defeated the invader! When the others learn of his defeat, they will all return to Comac, and the galaxy will be safe once more. Yes, he was mighty enough to crush us at will, but first, he had to find us. And he never suspected that life can take many, many forms throughout the universe. He never dreamt that some living beings may have the appearance of barren rocks. The end.